Hey, Bew Heyyy. We made it to day 29, the final day. Basically, the case has rested, ladies and gentlemen. It is over. It is completely over, and the defense had nothing. Nobody. Nothing. The defense read off a couple of cute messages of Cassie telling Diddy that I love you, I love you, I love you, and that was it. There is nothing about Bonna, Deontay Nash, Capricorn Clark, Jane Doe, Mia, nobody. They didn't even have an expert witness. They didn't even have that witness that expert that was supposed to come and talk about how Ruggs party favors messes with a person's mind and they're this, that, and the third. No, they did none of that. They read off a couple of cute messages and that was it. And the defense rested. And the prosecution had no rebuttal, no nothing. It is over. It is a wrap. We are done. We went through this, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourself a round of applause because it was a lot. Now it is time for us to get on that phone and make us a couple of appointments because we need some therapy after all of this. We need to flush this out of our system. We need that Men in Black light. Where's Will Smith when you need him? Just go boop. Just get out the way. Just because I don't want to. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it. This has been a very, 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 very interesting case. This has been a very interesting 29 days. It's been a very interesting year or two since we have been following this. If you have been following this long, we've been following it ever since word has been getting out on the street that Diddy was doing something dirty. And plus, we've always felt that he had something to do with Kim Porter. That wasn't discussed in this case. That is for another time. And may he have his day for that. We're not going to go there. But what we are going to talk about the fact is all of the shit that we have heard. All of the shit that we have learned. All of the jaw-dropping, eye-opening, pick your jaw up off of the floor we have went through. We have heard some shit, bullshit you not. We have heard some shit. And it is over. Happy dance. Happy dance. Happy dance. Happy dance. It's over. Now, there is no court tomorrow. And Thursday, we're going to have our closing arguments. The prosecution and the defense both get 4 hours apiece to do what they got to do. And so with that being said, we can't wait. Now, there will be court tomorrow, but the jury won't be in. And, the prosecution and defense will be going back and forth over all of the things that need to be going over, the guidelines and all of that jazz. Making sure everything is correct. That is going to be a crazy back and forth, I'm sure. And so hopefully we will have some reporters in the courtroom that will be able to tell us about that. I know for sure Tisa Tess will be. Hey girl, hey. So we will make sure that we get into that. So make sure you watch out for that. So she will be there. And it is 100-degree weather in New York. So shout out to all of the bloggers, journalists, commentators, YouTubers, whatever you call yourself, that were out there sacrificing their livelihood to give us the juice that was going on inside the courtroom since there were no cameras and we could not see. It would have been nice to at least see when the defense rested. But I wouldn't want to see none of that. I just want to see when Diddy is found guilty on whatever he is found guilty of. I cannot wait to see the sentencing. That is the next big thing. That is what we are waiting to see. I can't believe no one even came to even support him on the last day. I'm not sure. I didn't see any content creators talk about, what family members came or what they wore, whatever. I know that Diddy wore a brown sweater today. So I guess he'll never want to wear that sweater again. He never will. What's going to be his color? What color did they wear in his jail? I don't know, but that's his jumpsuits. I hope you look good in jumpsuits, honey. Hope you've been working on that. So the thing was, when I was watching Tisa Tell, she was telling us about how Diddy was acting when they went through all the questions because the judge had to ask him about him waiving his rights to testify. That's what made me upset. He didn't even testify. All of this time, he has been talking about how he wanted to prove his innocence, how he wanted to prove that he is a man of stature, this, that, and the third. He is a great man, a businessman. This is the way of life. This is the lifestyle. This is what it is. This is Hollywood. This is me. This is me. This is what I am. This is who we are. This is what it is. All of that. And we got none of that. The whole entire movie that we were going to get, I'm upset we didn't get it. I'm upset we didn't get no KK. I'm upset we didn't get no Lorianne. I'm upset we didn't get no Lori London. I'm upset that we didn't get no Farnsworth Bentley. I'm upset that we didn't get Jonathan Audie. I'm upset that we didn't get, lots of people that could have went after him. Now, there could have been some of those that were on the list because remember, the prosecution didn't need to call everyone on the list because they felt that they proved their case, and of course they did. That is why the defense rested the way that they did. Because they know that they are going to be found guilty. They know there are going to be convictions. And they know they are going to appeal this case. That is going to be a joke. Just please don't let it be a mistrial. Just please don't let it be a mistrial. I am hoping and praying that they got all of the nooks and crannies out of the juror, like juror 6. They really was banking on juror 6. I believe they even brought up juror 6 today. Like, they are still obsessed over juror 6. They want to bring a filing over juror 6 as if the judge had no right to take away juror 6 over his candor. Like, dude, he couldn't make a simple decision. Like, you have to be upfront when you are a freaking juror. Like, of course, everybody wants to be on this case, but tell the truth. Sitting there telling lies about you don't know Diddy at all, like you ain't never heard of him before. Boy, boo. Who believe in that? Like, right then and there, I'm like, you know what? I was going to let you slide, but not with that one. If I was a good judge and I was to let him on, I was just going to be like, okay, never mind. But he slid that in at the last minute. I was like, you know what? I was going to let you. But you know what? I can't even do it, boo. I can't even do it, boo. Because you on some bullshit. That was some BS. But anywho, everybody know who Diddy is. This is bad boy for life. If you don't know who Diddy is, you knew who Biggie was. You gonna tell me you didn't know who Biggie or Diddy was? You gonna tell me you would know Biggie, but you didn't know Diddy? Like, give me a break. That is never going to happen. In what world? What world do we live in? Don't worry, I'll wait. Just saying. What happened here? What happened here? And the messages that they wanted to read are just trying to show that Cassie was still, of course, liked it, enjoyed it, was complicit, and y'all still ain't getting the point. That ain't even the point. Even if she did enjoy it, you still did it. You still did it. What you still did was illegal, no matter who else was there, liked it or not. All right? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Period. Period. No matter what you think. Diddy, like, you are going to have a lot to think about when you are locked up. And I just wonder, what are you going to think about the most? Cassie? Those videos? Like, what's going to happen with these videos now? Do the victims get these videos back? Is it no longer evidence once the case is over? Like, can they have their business back, please? I'm just wondering, how does this work? And then the fact that they're trying to keep the enterprise out of it because they don't want that money to go to waste. They're trying to keep Janice booked busy, busting her 27 piece and, getting her nails in and her IVs, whatever she got to do, and you got to leave some for the kids. But if you are found guilty, sir, there is nothing left. They are taking it all. They are seizing it all. There is nothing because you will have that fine to make. Absolutely. With all of the money. Child. And they better not find out you made any money off of this, any type of way. Because you've been spending the company's funds on this. And then they had the nerve to want to bring up the fact that Diddy only paid on his company account twice. Like, that matters. You still used it. And you used it for what you used it for. Stupid. Anyways. So what I was saying, when Tisa was, if you watched Tisa, and if you didn't watch her yet, when Tisa was talking, she said that when Diddy stood up to talk to the judge, because, the judge has to ask you questions at the end of it about waiving his right to testify, and does he understand what's happening, what's going on, was this his decision, and all of that stuff. And so they said she said he kept popping up every time he's sitting down and he just popped up. And his arms would be like cock diesel, like this to the side a little bit. And I can only wonder that he had to have been standing like that for the judge to feel sorry for him. That's the only thing. Because the jury was not in the room when this was going on. So who else are you doing this for? Like, who else do you think is really, who is this for? And he's talking about, and when the judge asked him, do you have anything to say? He wanted to thank the judge and tell him that he's doing an amazing job and all of this stuff. Like, dude, for real? Like, you are still up to your antics and trying. Like, you trying to kiss up to the judge. But Tisa made a good point saying, and I didn't even realize, yeah, you do want to kiss up to the judge because the judge does the sentencing. Ta-da. That's why. Make it make sense. You trying to butter Judge Aaron biscuits. Boy, stop it. Diddy. You have plenty of time for that in prison? Sir. Because you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You've just been stopped. Hopefully. Let's wait till this verdict. We ain't gonna do the happy dance until the verdict come. We can't be overconfident because we don't know. It only takes one jerk. But for everything, and the FBI was smart not to overcharge, because when you overcharge, it's harder to get everything. But they did just enough. They knew what they could get them on, and it was enough. So let's see what the jury thinks. We would hopefully think that they've got enough sense to know better. But you never know. But I also can't wait for them to start speaking out. So they better do the right one that everyone is in tune with. Because if they don't, they're not going to be received very well when they want to go out here and do their thing and do their promoting and all of this for being a juror in their books and their interviews and their, appearances and all of this jazz, whatever they try to do with their life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot that they can do. I'm slightly jealous. But it is going to be a crazy couple of days still. We would hope that they want to hurry up and get it done and deliberate. They'll get everything Friday. I don't know if they'll be doing it over the weekend or not, but I know that they want to. But I know they're going to hurry up because the 4th of July is coming, and I know they don't want that looming over their head then. And I know the judge ready to get it popping somewhere. I know he ready to sit back and relax. So are we at this point. And everyone who has been in New York reporting on this, again, thank you a lot. to all of us other content creators who had to rely on y'all to be able to do our content. So thank you a bunch. Thank you a million. And thank you, Tisa Tells. I just bought one of her mugs. I can't wait for it to come. I'll show it off when I get it. I'll be drinking out of it, showing it off so y'all can see it. You know how the girls be doing their rings when they first get engaged? Oh my God, I have a headache. It hurts so bad. You know how they be doing. Like, just a mess. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I will see y'all next video. Hey, Bew Heyyy. I will be starting to do Hey, Bew Heyyy again. Now that Diddy is over, we can get to talking about all of the other mess, all of the other politics, all the other TV shows, all the other foods. I found so many foods that I want to share and talk about what y'all eat and all of this other stuff. It's a lot. We can get back to our regular scheduled programming because Diddy done wore us the fuck out. And I need a drink on that note. So I will holla at y'all on the other side. Love, love.